The Pixel 6 Pro is way more easier than the iPhone devices. I tried to start from the outside and go in, but it was way more difficult, so I started to remove the broken back glass from the inside and going outside near the edges. The back glass of this device has double-sided tape only on the edge of the glass, very similar to what Samsung is doing on all their smartphones. The key difference is the glass used by Google is thicker and there is a layer of double-sided tape on the inside. That layer of double-sided tape is light and it is not very strong. If you're planning to do this repair yourself, make sure that you have some gloves and, very important, put some safety glass on. Removing the broken glass piece by piece this way is going to create a mess and you're going to have a lot of particles of glass, and you may even have some dust resulting from cracking glass. When the device had cooled down a little bit, I had to use the heat gun to reheat the part that I was going to work on actively. As you can see, it is not very difficult. The piece of glass comes off by chunk, and these are really big chunks compared to what I had on the iPhone devices. I had to change my tool and took the green scalpel because that scalpel blade is thinner and can go below the glass easily than the other tool that I was using. This is why I say put some safety glass on. Things are going to fly, either broken glass, or if you're using a scalpel like this, the blade might fly and you might get injured. So let's continue our removal process of this broken back glass. You can see I went for the inside again. This is because it is way easier to work on the inside and going out than trying to remove the broken back glass at the edge of the device. As always, for this type of repair, you need to be patient and take your time to remove the broken glass and do not rush it. If you rush it, you risk to damage something on the device or you risk to injure yourself. I can see the most difficult part of this glass removal are on the edge of the device. The broken glass stuck on the edge of the device are really difficult to remove, and by having a frame made out of aluminum is really good. While removing this broken back glass, I didn't scratch the edge of the device because working from the inside and going out is less risky to damage or scratch the device. We are almost done with the removal process of the broken back glass at the bottom of the device. We just need to remove the last remaining glass at the edge of the device, which are the difficult portion of this removal process. Do not forget, always use some extra heat if you find some difficulties around the edge of the device. That's what I did for most of this edge broken glass that was remaining on the device. After removing all the broken glass on the back of the device, we need to do a small inspection and clean any remaining broken glass or dust on the back of the device. The first part is done. We need to remove the broken glass on the top of the device. After hitting the broken glass for 1 or 2 minutes, I attempted again to start around the edge of the device and go in, but it was not working. So I had to create a hole on the broken glass and start the removal process. That way it was easier to remove the broken glass from the inside and going out. Again, here you need to be very careful while inserting your tool inside because you're working right under the component of this device. You need to insert your tool in. Your tool should be inserted between the glass and the body of the device, and then you push it up to remove the broken glass. Google is not using a regular double-sided tape like we've seen on the Samsung devices. This is more like rubber. To the touch, it does not stick, and I think when they were assembling the back cover of this device, they basically use rubber to seal and attach the back glass and the frame of the device together. So removing the broken glass at the top of the device is a little bit difficult because we're working mainly on the edge of the device. You need to take your time to remove all that broken glass. All the broken back glass of this device is out now. Top and bottom are cleaned and ready for the new back glass installation. This is the wireless charging pad and it is right above the battery. So most of the time doing this kind of repair, the risk is to puncture the battery, have a battery burn and your device lost. That is the worst scenario. You can also damage the wireless charging coil on the back of this device and you will not have wireless charging on your device, and you will need to change the wireless charging circuit if you want wireless charging back on your device. As you can see, the wireless charging is not working anymore on this device, and I think the wireless charging circuit has been cut. So the question is, who has cut or made the damage on the wireless charging circuitry? Was it me, or was it like this when I got the device? So in order to avoid any damage to your wireless charging coil, you will need to start working on the left of the device and work your way outside on the top and at the bottom of the device. And then at last, you can go back and work your way on the right of the device and make sure that you do not put your tool far inside the device to avoid any damage to your wireless charging coil. I have another Pixel 6 that I am going to do the back cover, and we will see how that one goes. Everything cleaned, we are ready to install the new back cover of this device. We are going to start at the top of the device. I'm going to use B7000. This is my back cover sealer when there is no double-sided tape available. I'm adding B7000 around the edge of this glass. I did something like 3 rounds of B7000 on this glass, and I think that is enough for the sealing process of the back cover. So what you don't want to do is to add B7000 everywhere on the back of this glass and use too much B7000 on the back of the glass. That is going to create a mess, and most likely you will have to clean the excess B7000 on the back of the device after the glue has cured. Also, for this to work, you need some clamps to apply constant pressure on the newly installed back cover. All the tools that I use are in the description. For the larger back glass on this Pixel 6, we are going to do it differently than we did for the smaller back glass. So we are going to do it like we did on the iPhones. We are going to add the B7000 directly on the frame of the device. I'm adding B7000 on the edge of the device. All 4 corners have been glued, and then I added B7000 on all the metal portion of the back. I didn't add anything to all the visible component, including the wireless charging coil and the bottom black portion of the device, which can be some component and might be the speaker of this device. We can finally install the back on the frame of the device. You just have to align the back glass with the frame of the device and then apply a little bit of pressure. Since we're using B7000, a liquid glue, you need to keep the pressure applied on the back cover, and then you can check all the corners of the device to make sure everything is aligned and you do not have anything unusual. We need to keep the pressure applied to the back cover for at least 10 minutes. So I'm using my professional repair clamps. If you do not have those, most likely you can use the clamps that I'm going to install now. This is some office supplied clamps, mainly used to bind paper together. This one can work also. You just need to have something that can keep applying pressure for at least 10 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes passed. I'm inspecting the back cover of the device, and as you can see, everything is in good quality. The back has been installed properly. We do not have any spilled B7000, and we do not need to clean any residual glue on the edge of the device. So how will you rate my repair skills on this video? This device has a broken screen. We will do a teardown to replace the screen of the device and look closely at the wireless charging coil. Made it to the end. Subscribe, like and share, and see you next time.